There is something happening here. It's now or never. 'Cause there's something happening here.
Hi everyone, it's Wendy here from Artemis.
Hi, it's Dr. June. How are you?
So we have a very special episode for you today, and it's a topic that's very hot right now on everyone's social pages and everything, but it is about CBD. So we're having a CBD 101 session today. And I'm so happy that Dr. June's here because she is the incredible expert and she has such a wealth of information that she can share with us just about CBD and how CBD can help us. So with that, let's start. Dr. June, take us through what is CBD?
So CBD is a cannabidiol, and it's part of the cannabis plant. And when I mean cannabis plant, it could be either from the hemp plant or it could be from the marijuana plant. And CBD is one of the main players of the cannabis plant. Mm-hmm. What's wonderful about CBD is that it is an anti-inflammatory, 10 times more potent than aspirin.
Oh, wow.
And much more potent than steroids without all the side effects. It's an anti-pain, anti-muscle relaxant, anti-anxiety, anti-epilepsy, and it works to boost your immune system.
Wow.
So it sounds like a miracle.
Yes. You know, it's so funny because when I was announcing this on my Instagram page that we have a CBD shop, people were saying, like, is this snake oil? Because it sounds like it is the miracle cure for everything. And so how does CBD work, like, with our bodies then?
That's a really great question. And if you look at a PET scan, for example, if we looked at a PET scan, there is a whole galaxy of cannabis receptors in our body. In our brain, it's the largest receptor in our brain. Mm. There's receptors in our gut. There's receptors in our reproductive system, in our pelvis. Mm-hmm. There are receptors in our spine. And that's why it seems to work for a myriad of symptoms and diseases. Mm-hmm. You read about it and it says it helps skin all the way to your digestive system, all the way to pelvic pain or anxiety. But the reason why it helps so many things is because there's receptors just literally everywhere. And the endocannabinoid system is our own natural cannabinoid system. So believe it or not, we make our own natural cannabis molecules. It's found in the embryo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we make something called anandamide, which is our own natural cannabis molecules, and that's why it's called the endocannabinoid system.
Was it named after the cannabis discovery?
It was named after the cannabis discovery.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was reading that the research of cannabis led to our own discovery of our own system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. When I was in medical school, they didn't talk about the endocannabinoid system. Yeah. Wow. This is actually a really upcoming topic, as you know. It's all in the media. Right.
Because it's so new, do you think that there still needs to be more research in how it affects our system? Or is it because we're biologically wired, so then it has to affect our system that way?
That's a great question. Yeah. If it's relatively new, but if you look at the medical journals out there, there's over 5,100 peer-reviewed studies. There's over 20,000 medical citations globally. So it's new, but not new.
It's new to us, but not new
us.
To everyone else who's been studying our system for so long.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's why it seems like this all-encompassing miracle, this all-encompassing cure, because of those receptors, because the endocannabinoid system exists in our body. It actually is parallel to the immune system. It interfaces with the other systems in our body. And it creates what's called a homeostasis or a balance in our body. And if we have certain symptoms like chronic pain or anxiety or insomnia, we actually have lower cannabinoids in our own body. We don't make enough. It's almost like a deficiency. And when we use CBD, when we use plant-based cannabinoids, phytocannabinoids, we're actually replenishing the deficiency in our body.
So I know that this is a question that we get a lot from our shop customers, which is, okay, so I take CBD, what feeling do I expect from it? Because I think the association is that CBD is so close to the marijuana, THC feeling, where am I going to get a little high, or even, if you take aspirin, you don't get a headache, right? So it's like, what is the feeling of how I would feel if I took CBD to, let's go from pain, for example. Is it just a less amount of pain that I get, or is it just a feeling of euphoria after I take CBD? Yeah.
So the two main players of the plant are CBD and THC.
Right.
CBD, again, is the part that doesn't make you high. And THC, it's not that it just makes you high. It relaxes you. It helps sedate you. It does create a bit of a euphoria if you take too much THC. So when patients take CBD, they can expect not to feel the euphoria, not to feel sedated. But there are a small percentage of patients that do. If they take too much of a CBD dose, if it's too high for them, they can feel a little bit dazed, a little bit floaty.
Yeah. I was just overly giggly. I think because I was managing my muscle spasm and my pelvic spasm, and then I took a little bit too much. I mean, I felt fine, but I felt like my pelvic area was being massaged. Like it was the strangest feeling, because I've never had that feeling before, but I felt like there was like little fingers massaging that area after I took CBD oil. And but I did take a little bit too much, but Colin said I was just very happy. And I was chasing the cats around, which is fine. So in that sense, I think it was okay too.
So yeah, for the most part, you should not feel side effects if you just take the right dose for your body, or just a little bit under, and still feel the benefits. So more doesn't equal better. You just have to find out what is the optimal dose for your body, because your metabolism could be totally different from mine. Could be totally different from Colin's. Right. So each of us metabolize it differently, we process it differently, and we might have different side effects from it.